Hi guys, I'm Greg from Basic G-Dot and welcome back to my channel. So firstly, basically the first thing I wanted to say really was I just kind of want to apologise really, because it's been over 2 months since I've actually uploaded anything onto YouTube, and to be quite honest, it's about time I did. I've not been very happy with the way Elite Dangerous has gone. Those of you that might have seen my previous video regarding the facilities lists, or lack of, I wasn't very happy, and I've not been very happy with what Frontier Developments have done to this game. So basically the facilities lists, they're still missing. So I shall just show you that very quickly. I'm currently docked at Ray Gateway in the Diaguandri system. So if I just click on that and then click on this, and you can see there's still nothing at all for the facilities. So I don't know, but if I hover over one of these fleet carriers, everything is there, but nothing for the stations, which is still, you know, it's still quite annoying. But you know, I persevere. You know, I mean, to be quite honest, a lot of people have subscribed to my channel since the last video I've done, and a lot of people have been viewing my videos and making some nice comments, and it's really appreciated, and it's kind of encouraged me to basically come out of my bubble and start doing some videos again for you guys, regardless of how I feel. I mean, it's still a beautiful game. It's not perfect, but still. So what I'm going to try and do, or what I'm doing on this particular video, is fulfilling the promise I made in my last video, which was, one of my last videos, which was to show you guys how to build an efficient mining ship for this particular stage of the game. Now, I say that because I've not done a great deal of engineering. Engineering takes time because you have to collect the materials to do it. It takes time, also takes time because you need to unlock the engineers, and there's a lot of things a lot of running around and jumping through hoops that you need to do to unlock engineers, and it all takes time. So basically this is like early game efficient mining ship, so you guys can basically, you know, you can make a lot of money, and to enable you to buy yourself some nice ships, or buy yourself some better modules for your ships. And that's the whole idea. And also as well, if I go into here, you can see you've got your combat rank, your explorer rank, and your trade rank. Now your trade rank is probably the easiest one of the three to rank up to elite, because you can make a lot of money with mining, and you can very quickly get yourself up to the rank of elite, which is pretty good. Now, just to mention where I am, I'm actually docked at Ray Gateway in the Diaguandri system. Now, this particular station is really well stocked with outfitting and also with ships. So it's, to be fair, it's kind of the next best thing to Shinrata Desra. So I'll show you that. I'll go onto my galaxy map. I remember how to spell it. Shinrata Desra. That's it. So I'll show you the system. So this is the system. Requires Founders World Permit, and basically you can only get that when you achieve the rank of elite in one of those 3 ranks. And then once you've done that, there's a station there called Jameson Memorial, and it's basically got everything. So you've got like all of the modules, everything, and also all the ships as well in the entire game. So you can go there and get anything you like, as long as you've got the money to get it, you can get it. But this place is like the kind of like the poor man's Jameson Memorial, I suppose. It's the next best thing, and it's good for this particular stage of the game. Okay, so first of all, what I'm going to do is go into outfitting, and I'm going to install some modules. So the first thing I'll store is my human tech engineered frameshift drive. So I shall not transfer, I want to store that, so I shall store that, and that's done. Back. Optional internal, I shall store my 5H Guardian frameshift drive booster, and that's done, and that's it. Now the ship I'm going to be buying will be a Python, because it's basically, it's an all-round great ship. It's got good speed, it's got pretty good maneuverability, it's got great module slots or internal compartment slots that you could use, and it's just an all-round great ship. In my opinion, it's the best ship in the game. So here we go. So let's buy one of these. So I shall store my current ship because I don't want to sell it. Well, I love the way you automatically start off with outfitting. It gives you an opportunity to get your ship outfitted and sorted. Right, so let's go into outfitting. Now, first of all, I'm going to sort out the hard points. So you've got 2 pulse lasers here. I don't want them because they weigh 2 tons each. Basically, this ship will basically be completely defenseless. It'll have no defense at all, and there's a reason for that. Basically, to make the ship lightweight, and so that, and also for fast mining as well. And also as well, you know, if you know what you're doing. I mean, I've been playing this game for a long time, and I kind of know how this game works. So yes, I want 3 2D mining lasers. So I kind of just did that without even saying anything. 2D mining lasers, fixed ones are absolutely fine to use, and you want 3 of these. That's 2, and then 3. Number 3, and that's it. So just 3 of those. I mean, you can get 5 if you want, but if you do that, you'll find that the power distributor won't be able to keep up with it. It will basically run down very quickly. So I'll just get 3 because it's less weight as well. That'll save me 4 tons. If I was to get another 2 more, it would be another 4 more tons. So there's no point getting them. And now utility mounts, I don't get anything at all. So if I go into the shop, I'm not interested in any of this. It's basically, if I get a pulse wave analyzer, I can get that, but it does add weight, 1.3 tons. And to be fair, all the pulse wave analyzer does is it just shows you asteroids that have got high yields of materials, and it could be anything. It won't necessarily be Painite. So yeah, so the idea is when I shall be mining is just to mine pretty much randomly. I know that the place that I'll be mining will have high quantities of Painite, so I've mined there in the past and it's not been too difficult. It's been pretty quick actually for me to get what I need. So so yeah, and I shall be explaining where we will be going later on in this video. So now we're going to core internal. So first of all, power plant. We want a 5A power plant. So here we are. Again, I didn't get a 7A because of the weight. So the 5A is 10 tons. If I get a 7A, it's 40 tons. So I'm saving myself 30 tons, and a 5A is more than adequate for my power needs for this particular, well, this setup that I'm doing now. So 5A power plant, and then thrusters. Browse shop, and I shall be getting 5A thrusters. Yeah, 5A thrusters. I think they're lighter than the 5B. So 5B are 32 tons, whereas the 5A are 20 tons. So it saves me 10 tons, and it gives me a little bit more speed. So yeah, so let's buy that. And now we want the all-important frameshift drive. No, I don't want to browse the shop. Go to transfer options, transfer, and I want 5A frameshift drive, transfer to ship. Okay, so that immediately puts up my jump range to current jump range of 35.42 light years, and fully laden 31.29. So you can see there's a significant difference in jump range just by putting that human tech engineered frameshift drive in. It's really good. Now, life support. So my current life support, which is the 4E life support, is 10 tons, and it gives me 5 minutes of emergency life support. If I go into my shop, browse the shop, the 4D life support will give you 7.5 minutes of emergency life support, and it's 4 tons, saving me 6 tons of mass. So that will actually increase my jump range, and it gives me an extra 2.5 minutes of emergency life support, which is cool. So I shall exchange that. And just to show you as well, the rest of them, you'll get more time, but you'll lose out on jump range. So you can see, if I go for the 4C, the 4B and the 4A, none of them give you as good a jump range as the 4D. But yeah, you'll get more time on the emergency life support, but this is about weight, and this is about trying to save weight. And yeah. Now this is this particular one, the power distributor. I won't be scrimping on this, and there's a good reason for that. So we'll buy that now, just over 8 million. So the reason why I want a 7A power distributor is because of the mining lasers, because they draw quite a bit of power, and I need a good power distributor to keep them charged so they don't discharge too quickly. I mean, they will do, but it will take a long time, and usually what happens is by the time they're fully discharged, I've finished mining, or it's very close to finished mining, whichever asteroid that I shall be mining. Okay, so moving on from that, 6E sensors. So as you can see, they're 40 tons for the 6E sensors. So I'll browse shop, I'll go for the 6D. Straight away you can see my jump range go up, and that's 16 tons. So that saves me 24 tons just by going for that. Back, I think the 6C is 40 tons. Don't want that. Again, this is about saving weight. 64 tons for the 6B, so that's even heavier. And the 6A, 40 tons. So the best ones you can get for weight, if you're just going purely for weight, saving weight, is the 6D sensors, and you get a slightly better typical emission range as well. So let's exchange that, and that's all done. So now we go for the optional internal. So we'll sell all this. Sell. I don't want any shield generator, so this ship won't have any shields. Also, it won't have a docking computer neither, so it'll seem a bit of a suicidal ship. But there's a good reason. As I say, if you know what you're doing, if you know how to play this game, with regards to mining, you won't come to any harm, and you'll better make a shit ton of a ton of cash. So we buy 3 64-ton cargo racks. So that'll give me cargo storage of 192 tons, which is great. And now we'll go up this end. So you'll need a surface scanner, a detailed surface scanner. That's really important. So you need this to better scan the rings of the planet, wherever it is you want to mine. If you scan it with your detailed surface scanner, it will reveal hotspots. Now the planet that I shall be going to, I've already been there and scanned it with my detailed surface scanner, but just because I've done that, it doesn't mean that I don't need this anymore. I do still need this, so when I go there again, it'll show the hotspots that I scanned last time, because if I don't have this, it won't show the hotspots that I've already scanned. So I actually tried that once. I thought, well, I've scanned it, I don't need that anymore. So I tried doing it without that, and I went back and I couldn't see any hotspots, and then I realised that I needed this to show them up. So it's just one of those things in the game. Okay, so the next thing we want to do, empty a compartment, is we want, where are we? Prospecting limpets. So we'll just get a 1A prospector limpet controller, and it just gives you one maximum active limpet. But then that's all you need. All you need is a limpet, a prospecting limpet, just to tell you what's in the asteroid you're mining. In the past, when I've done mining, I've like used, you know, let's just have a look, see what we can get. Prospecting limpets. Yeah, so I've gone like 5A prospector limpets, like 4 limpets. But to be fair, you don't need that many, and it just weighs more. So if I read that weighs 20 tons, as opposed to a 1A prospector limpet weighing 1.3 tons, and it does the same job, and it saves me weight. So it's really quite important. So the next thing we need is a refinery. So I should be getting a 3A refinery, which is great. Now, one clever little trick with this game I've discovered is, yes, you've got 3 64-ton cargo racks there, which gives you a total storage of 192 tons. But you've also got your bins in your refinery. So when you're mining, if you know what you're doing, the idea is to fill up your 3 cargo racks, and also to try and fill up your refinery as well. So you basically fill up all the bins in your refinery with unrefined materials, and then when you come to sell your materials, your commodities, whatever it may be, you sell 8 of them, which immediately means that the refinery refines the remaining materials in the bins and turning it into commodities, and then you get back 8 more. So you've effectively got 8 more tons of storage there. So you've got 192 here, plus 8 here, 200 tons of storage, which is not bad. Okay, so now in here we will be putting the Guardian frameshift drive booster. Now, it's not, you don't necessarily have to have this, but it does make a huge difference to your jump range. Now what I'm going to, there are some decisions to be made here. So I'll show you. Browse shop. So we want collector limpets. So we'll get a 3A collector limpet there, and we'll get another one here. So that's 2 3A collector limpet controllers, and then here we get fuel scoop, a 5A fuel scoop. That's it. Right. Now, there's decisions you can have. You know, it really is entirely up to you what you want to do. I mean, another way of doing this would be to have a 4A fuel scoop here and a 5A collector limpet controller here. But I'll show you what impact that has. So let's. What I'll do is I'll store this, and I'll store this as well, and I'll show you. So you can have a 4A fuel scoop and a 5A collector limpet controller. So you effectively get an extra limpet when you're mining, and you get a 4A fuel scoop. But just bear in mind that the 4A fuel scoop has only got 0.34 tons per second scoop rate, and also as well the 5A collector limpet controller weighs 32 tons. 3A collector limpet controller weighs 8. So what I'll do now is, so now that you've seen what this setup, the impact this has, so yes, the trade-off is that you've got less fuel scoop rate and also a much heavier collector limpet controller, which affects your jump range. So you've got fully laden, because you've always got to go by your fully laden, especially when you're mining, 38.47 light years with this setup. So what I'll do is I'll sell that, and I'll sell this, and we'll go back to the other setup. and transfer 5A fuel scoop. See, the good thing with the 5A fuel scoop is it doesn't weigh anything. So the fuel scoops are completely weightless. They don't have any mass at all, which is great. And as you can see, the scoop rate is 0.58 tons per second. So you've got a fuel scoop that will refuel your ship quicker. And then you've got two 3A collector limpet controllers that have a combined weight of 16 tons instead of one 3A collector limpet controller and a 5A collector limpet controller with a combined weight of 40 tons. So you're saving, let me think, you're saving 24 tons in weight, and also you're getting a much better scoop rate for the sacrifice of one collector limpet. So to me, that's not a bad deal. That's a good trade-off, because it's always a trade-off with this game. It's never as simple as just, you know, you always you have to figure out what is the best way to build your ship. I mean, another thing you could bear in mind is you are using an extra internal compartment by having your 5H Guardian frameshift drive booster. Now if you didn't have that, that would free up an additional internal compartment, so then you can have a shields if you want, or maybe even a docking computer if you want, but it will affect your jump range, so you will lose 10.5 light years of jump range by not having that there. So it's a trade-off again. So for me, this is probably about the most efficient mining ship that you could build at this time in the game, this particular part of the game. That's controversial. Some people might not agree with me and find a better way of doing it, and if you do, then please include it in the comments. I'd like to know if there's a better way of doing this, but to me this looks like a pretty good setup. Okay, so let's go back, and it will come up with set fire group reminder. So I shall do that now. Set my fire groups up. So D scanner, surface scanner, you need that. 3 mining lasers, prospector, and 2 3A collector limpet controllers, and that's it. So yeah, so that's basically it. That's my ship optimized for mining. As you can see, it's right there. Yeah, so that's about it really. So my next video after this one, which I shall be uploading quite soon, I shall be taking this ship mining, and you can see how quickly it mines. And so the idea is basically what I shall be doing is mining and then going to a station to sell my commodities, and then flying straight back to GCRV 1568 and mining again. So yeah, so that's the whole idea, is to just basically mine and sell, and just to do that as quickly as possible and try and get my money up. I've already done some mining, so you can see my money's not too bad. I've managed to buy this ship. I also own an Anaconda as well, so I've got that in one of the other systems. So yeah, so I shall basically leave it there. So if you guys happen to enjoy my content, then please hit the like button, or feel free to subscribe to my channel. It'll be very much appreciated. But that's about pretty much it, guys. So I'll leave it there, and I shall see you soon. So thanks very much for listening and watching, and bye bye for now.